Hey there guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Today's video is a change of pace a little bit because if you're still playing the game, you obviously enjoy it. And after this weekend, I don't believe there's going to really be much to play for unless they bring in like festival football cards, footies, and include them in the team of the season or like foot champ rewards. We shall see. So if you're still playing the game and you fancy something a little different from your mega sides, I've got a cheap beast to share with you. 50,000 coins and he's ticking a lot of boxes. So please do leave a like, and if you are needing game codes or anything game related, head over to g2.com, use the code Fuji on that site to get a discount on every single order, and let's get into it. So before I show you the two players I was using yesterday, the RTG record has been recovered, rescued, however you want to put it. We are back in business. 10-1, we finished the night. Yesterday, I was so paranoid after what happened in the episode. If you haven't seen the second game, go and check it out on the channel page. I was overthinking my play. I thought EA were out to get us, but somehow, some way, we are 10-1, which gives us a better stepping stone to maybe finish in Elite 1, top 100, we shall see. So what was I using last night? It was this 4-2-2 team. Mendy, if you're playing him on full chemistry, fair enough. Like as a left back, full chem, he's amazing. But for this side, I had to play him as a right back. And I tell you what, he played arguably better for me on 6 chem as a right back, and he can do it. You know, he has a 5-star weak foot, he's got skills. Someone was even recommending for me to use him as a CDM, and I can see like the quality there. And I want to try him, really. The interceptions, the physical stats, the dribbling, the shooting even, playmaking, pace. Like, he is one of the best looking cards that you could purchase. And for 518,000, I don't think I'm going to sell him. He's working really, really well. As a right back, left back, and possibly as a CDM. So can Kante slip into that position? We'll have to find out. So that's what I'm going to test. But more importantly, let's get on to the two players that I used yesterday. And the video is based around this man, Xavi. Now, before we look at his in-game stats, 56,000 coins. You can buy him now on the market for 50k. 6 foot, high to low work rate, 4-star, 4-star, 5 games, 10 goals, 3 assists, right? So in the 5 games, he's already smashing it. In-game stats, like originally, I think this guy's a cam. Correct me if I'm wrong. But what I always say to you boys is try and find someone with playmaking that you can put higher up the pitch, because you're going to score a lot more goals for it. So acceleration, sprint speed is good enough with the engine chem style. The finishing, 97 actual finish, shot power, long shots, volleys, attack positioning, nice balance. Passing, vision 96, short pass 92, curve 88, and he was playing the balls over the top to Neymar as getting assists, but when we get into the clips, I'll talk about that a little bit more. Dribbling, 6 foot, 9-ton agility, already awesome. Balance, ball control, reactions, dribbling, composure. One thing that surprised me is that looking at Dabur versus Xavi, it would suggest that Dabur's better on the ball, but I felt a little bit more confident using Xavi and how he was turning, like moving. He's pretty light. And the jumping, heading accuracy, stamina, with him having high to low work rate, stamina is fine. Strength, aggression, if you really want to put on like a Hawk Chem style to help that out even more, then please feel free to do that. But engine is what I recommend because that's what he played well with. And then we've got Dabur, who is double the price. And does he play any better? He's pretty good, but I still prefer Xavi. So 109,000, 5 games, 5 goals, 5 assists. And with his work rates, he took more of a playmaker role. 4-star, 4-star. His acceleration, sprint speed is amazing. His finishing is good, shot power, attack positioning. But one thing you want to be careful of is the composure, 74. How is that affecting the card? Curve, though, is amazing. Vision, short pass, jumping, both maxed out with the heading accuracy. Stamina, strength, 96. Does he feel strong? Does that aggression ruin him? Like, these are two very good cards. And like I said at the start, if you're wanting just to switch things up, if you've been playing with like a complete mega team, now fair enough, because it is a big weekend with the ultimate team of the seasons. And by the way, ultimate team of the season, I don't see a Neymar, I don't see a Hazard, a Mane, a Humin-Son. What's going on? Like, EA have left out like some of the massive cards, but is what it is. Like I say, like bring these two or bring some fun team of seasons into a side and go from there. Like the CSL, to bring this guy into a team on his own, I think they're going to be bringing out Talisca's SBC card. because they didn't release him in the actual team. So Talisca SBC, if it plays anything like the Carnival one, it's going to be unreal. So let's get into the clips, boys, and I want to show you what these guys are like in action. Here we go. So let's get into it. Why do I like Zahavi so much? For his price and what you're getting back, it is totally well worth the coins. If he was marked up at 100,000, I would feel confident making that purchase, knowing what I'm going to get back from the card. And this is me using him for 50,000, so it gives you a better idea. And with the amount of like overpowered players, like those team of the seasons that have been released for roughly the same price, you've got Henry, the Nigerian left mid, you've got Rafa, the Portuguese winger, Carrasco, I think he came out 100,000, but he might have dropped. He's also very good. And then Dabor, he's pushing it a little bit. I'll get into one of the reasons why I like him and I also don't like him at the same time. With Zahavi though, his pace is good enough. Like if you're applying engine chem style, hawk chem style, it is upping it a little bit, but I don't know how much of an impact that's going to have. He just feels naturally like quite quick, and he's good enough with that pace and the dribbling control to be past one or even two defenders. And I was doing a lot of the drag backs, the body feigns, and he was getting that extra yard to take the shot. His finishing is unreal. Like he missed maybe one or two, and it could have been Zahavi, it could have been user error, but more often than not, he was finding the back of the net with ease, like just easy shots. One of the strikes that I took was a lovely animation. He like sliced through it and it just generated so much power in top bins, no questions asked. A regular finesse shot as 1v1, and I thought, all right, I'll test it out. Hit a finesse shot, see what that does, went in the back of the net. Most of the shots I don't even think I was timing, but if you do time the strikes, you're gonna see that success. So finishing, like with the left foot, right foot is fine. Outside the box, inside the box, and then with his jump in, he's not that bad in the air. And if you're wanting to play on the crosses a little bit more, just apply the hawk chem style, or just don't cross, you know. I think that if you're wanting to bring in these types of players and enjoy yourself, I don't think crossing is really meant to be. But 6 foot, good jumping, he can hit the ball. Like I say, if you're bringing in these cheap team in the seasons and you're wanting just to score some nice build-up goals, it's the end of the game. I don't know if you want to be playing on the crosses too much. His playmaking though, this is what I highlighted before we got into the clips. He just has like a lovely weight of passes. He can find Neymar, he can find Dabor. He's a playmaker as well as a finisher and just a complete player. And then on the ball, he's super light and he has that ability to be able to roll your man and create extra space. And then the physical stats, he wasn't getting bullied that much. He's just so overpowered for 50,000 coins. And I did mention with Talisca, like if you're struggling to get him into the team or into your team, I can understand that because he's just from the Chinese Super League. The nation is awful to link up. So you're going to have to bring in possibly like Carrasco, Talisca if he gets an SBC, and maybe if you've got an icon. If you have that, then it's awesome. Or if you already have 2 icons and you can start with a 4-5-1, stick him striker, link everybody off, and then go on with your day and just build like whatever team you'd like because you've got the 2 icons anyway. That is my best advice because this man, he doesn't restrict you in any way. Like you bring him into a team and he feels like good enough to be playing with these icons. Like yesterday, I just saw his finishing and I had to do a video on him. 50,000 coins is an absolute steal. I'd say 150,000 would be a pretty good price with the way he plays. 200,000 even, like he is that good. With Dabor, it took me like a few games to get used to what he was offering. Like on the ball, he didn't feel as light as Zahavi for whatever reason. I don't know. It suggests that he's got more balance than this guy. Whatever. He just didn't feel as good, but he's still quite nice to be able to also drop past players, and I was scoring a couple of skill goals with him. His finishing is nice, but I think the composure is affecting him a little bit. He was missing a lot more than Zahavi. Just didn't have that consistency. His pace is great though. Like the way he was carrying the ball, he is super fast. And the playmaking is dangerous having him alongside another playmaker up top. Just a nice balance to the attack. His heading accuracy though, he was the one scoring a lot more with his head. I think he got 2 headed goals. And then he was just like building off of that. I was building play off of his aerial threat and aerial ability. And his composure, when I was like shoulder to shoulder with somebody, his strength felt pretty nice. So I don't know if like the composure should affect that and push him off the ball, whatever. You know, he felt strong and I don't think his aggression was lacking in any way, really. He was just bullying players. So these 2 up top, deadly duo. both pretty cheap. I think Dabble will come down in price. He just looks a little bit more meta, and that's why you're paying a little bit more of a premium. But don't sleep on this Avi card. 50,000 coins, bring him in, even bring him off the bench. Like, he's good enough for that. I don't think that's his ideal role as an impact sub, but just start him and see what you can do with the man. But thank you very much for watching, boys. Please go and check these guys out. Leave a like on today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Team out. Peace.